Hey guys, this is Hbkgrand from Dark Shinobis. I'm making a video about the Eidolon boss today. I basically soloed the boss and I wanted to share this with you guys because I'm showing how you could actually kill the boss just with the setups that I have. I have shared a link for the Chroma, Euphona, and Glaive Prime, so you can check those out in the link below. Whereas the mode amp and the focus tree, what I'm using is Vaseline basically, and the mode amp I'm using is the tier 1. But I'll make a video about it and show you guys how what you could do basically to do it. And basically why I chose Vaseline is one of these reasons where you see I just like touched the caveat and it like basically revived it in just 1 second. So Vaseline is kind of like important in that aspect. Now, once you have just a tier 1 weapon, you need to max it out. So you take into a level, like you could go to Hydron and get it done over there, and it will take you just like less than 10 to 15 raids to max out your amp. Once that is done, when you come over here, you could just go press L1, stay in the void, and shoot R3. Like use R3, and it kind of does that burst weapon. This can also help, like if you can place it right, you can place it between the little sentients and the boss, and you could basically damage the boss and destroy the little sentients at the same time, which makes your work like twice as easy. Now, a lot of people were saying like, oh, you have to kill the boss, like, so if you want to kill down the right leg, you got to focus on the right leg. If you want to take down the left leg, you got to focus on the left leg. So that's not how it works. Basically, you have to, you can attack anywhere. But if you have a Samira cat, I'm putting a build on her, so once she's done, I will share the build with you guys. But if you have a Samira cat with you, it's a Kabak. It will actually put, like if you see those green orbs that are appearing from time to time on the boss, that's because of the Samira Kabak. It's actually giving me some of the critical areas where I can attack the boss and do the damages. Whereas if you could see, like I'm shooting the boss from time to time and killing the little sentients as well. You don't really have to focus on the sentients or the boss, like the sentients, but at least like until the final phase, because that's where he gets his shields and all that kind of stuff, so which I will be explaining in a bit. But apart from that, there is actually nothing really important apart from what I just said that you need to worry about. Now, once you have taken down the shield, you're gonna go Rex armor on your Warframe, and you'll see like I'll get a damage boost right away, and then you just focus on whichever limb you want to take down first. So once the limb has been taken care of, he will go into a stance mode, and then you'll hear the Onko saying, hey, he's about to go into reckless radiation wave. So if you are not, like you'll see, like if you focus on my cavet's health, it will actually decrease because of that radiation damage. So once you have taken down the first limb, you can take down these little sentients and basically get as many as the impact cores as possible, because those are really important. So this is the second phase. Basically, once you get to the second phase, guys, it's basically just focus on killing the boss, and there's pretty much nothing different about it. If you can see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to put the little sentients in the way of my beam attack. What that is doing is like it's actually destroying the little sentients along with the boss. So, and also when you see those stomps or AoEs, that's the time when you want to put yourself into the void mode. But I'm putting in myself into the void mode. The reason behind that is trying to get the critical hits on the boss. Now, every time he does the stomps or AoEs, like the best thing to do is going into your void, which is by pressing the L1 arrow key or on the controller. Basically, apart from that, what you guys have to just focus on is like each time like a sentient comes up from the boss, try to go into the void because it locks onto you. And if you don't lock, as you can see, like you'll see like small projectiles coming at you. Whereas other than that, the boss is not that like aggressive. When you have like 2, 3, or 4 players, they're more aggressive. And each time he does that stomp, if you see that I have been doing, like, I press L1 and dash, what that does is, like, instead of pushing you back, you just kind of like go a little bit forward, and it actually helps you maintain a strength. Now, I'm about to reach the next shield to break down. But one thing that I will share when I share the video with the Vazarin, you guys will see what I mean when I get a lot of health. So again, with the Vex armor out, I got a lot of damage out. So, and I'm going to be focusing on one of the limbs. So basically, let's see on the left side right now, and that's pretty much it. So every time you kill a part in the early stages, Onko will come in and tell you about the energy spikes. So just make sure that you are focusing on going to void mode when the energy spike hits. And then kill the little bits about over there at that point. And then from there on, you could just look where the boss went and go there, and again, like put a waypoint there and try to go there. Now we are off to the third phase basically, and during the third phase basically it's gonna be like another limb. So you just focus on taking down the limb part, and you can attack anywhere. Like, to be honest, you don't even have to worry about focusing on one part of the limb or certain area. But if you have the Hbkgrand again, if you see those green bubbles popping up, you could just shoot over there, and it will try to do as much damage as possible. Again, guys, this is just basically a tier 1 weapon. So you don't really have to worry about like, oh, I need to make a better weapon combination. Obviously, better weapon means that you will be making better damage, you will be doing a lot more, but even with this method, you are able to kill the boss without any problem. Now, at this point, when you like reach the third or the fourth stage, like during those, like you'll see a lot of the little guys pop up. So I would recommend trying to save it as much as possible. Now when he reaches his hand up in the air, it's kind of like a nuke bomb coming up. If you see, like, it's like a falling stars. So during that time, I would recommend having basically going into the void in order to avoid getting damage, because that damages a lot. And similarly, again, when he does that stomp thing, make sure you are worried about getting the L1 and X dash. That will get you it. So, and again, if you saw that, the Vazarin helps such a great deal that you just have to like instantly you can revive the enemy. So, and if you see here, I'll try to focus on the little guys along with the boss, because what that does is it destroys them, and it will actually help ease your time, because they can provide them shield as fast as possible, and which can create a problem. Now, staying in the void mode, you can see like I constantly gain health as well, which actually helps me get stay alive for a while. Now, the best part about this is like even if you're even if the kid dies, basically you can it goes back to your Warframe, so you don't actually have to revive yourself. And once the shield is down again, take out your chroma, and basically you'll see that. Oh, so now they just got like I got a radiation damage. It just got instant hit, but that's all right. But basically, you'll see like these little drones. They actually give the boss shield. So make sure to try to get those guys away from the boss as fast as possible. Otherwise, if he gets a lot more shield, it's kind of like going through the entire case from scratch. So make sure that you are constantly taking down the little drones as well. Apart from that, like basically you're just focusing on killing. You could, if you see that I've been attacking the boss throughout the either face, the head, or wherever the green double pops up. And again, L1 and X, and it just like saves me from the going from far away. And just make sure like you're timing your L1 properly. So the shield is gone. I'm gonna put out X armor and focus on the bosses. So, and then once you take him down again, you'll see the energy spike right away. So make sure you go to the void mode. I usually have my friends call it out, so it makes it a lot easier. This is the fourth phase. Basically, in this one, you just have to take down the final limb of the boss. So each time you saw that there's like a specific spot, so only one is left. And again, you can attack anywhere you want. So there is no problem whatsoever where you want to attack the boss. So you can see, like, even though his right leg is left, I'm still like shooting at his like face, or like his stomach, or somewhere, or wherever the green bubble pops up again. So you could just focus that way. So you don't have to really be oh, I have to just attack the limb part. He does take a little bit of damage, and I just hate it when I missed the stomp, but that's all right. But again, if you see, like, in the void mode, again, it's the Vazarin is by far the best. And I think, like, people who are using Xenarok might even agree, or might even try to turn to Vazarin, because the health that you get, like the 625, is like surreal. And with that much health, like, and it's not even max, so I think it might go to like 700 or something. But apart from that, if you see, like, I have like almost like 140 energy because of the weapon, and it only takes 10 to do 10 energy to do the damage that you see I am doing to the boss over there. So there are a lot of AoEs, but as long as you time it right and you stay in the void and you time it right, it will actually, you'll be perfectly fine. So, and I'm like, I'm casually going to revive my cat. When you have like 2-3 players helping you out, you can pretty much easily kill everything. It's a lot faster because you could have somebody focus on the little guy, somebody focus on the boss, and there's always a DPS. But with this method, like, this is just like a tier 1 Moltmann. All you gotta do is basically aim it right, and you could even kill the little sentients along with the bigger sentients. So, that was the second time in a row, man. I thought I had that one, but that's perfectly fine. So once we're in that mode right there, his shield is gone, and now we're gonna try to, I just damaged myself a little bit, and we're just gonna shoot his leg, and there we go. Now, once the fourth limb is gone, the final phase is basically where he kind of calls out for his level, or for the little sentients, and you gotta try to kill all of them as fast as possible, because if they come to him, he's gonna gain shield. So make sure you're trying to kill as many sentients as possible, because it will give him the least amount of shield, which will actually help you to kill the boss even faster. So all in all, like, it's pretty easy and straightforward. So just look at where they're coming from. They're usually coming from pretty far, so with more people. And then once he gets up, at that point, like, even if there's like some enemies coming, the little sentients coming towards him, they won't heal him that much. So just make sure that you have killed as many as those little sentients as possible by that time. So, but with this burst ability, the fun part is, like, if you see 5-6 sentients like you just saw right there, you can, like, literally kill them. But my cat is just giving me a hard time because it's like it has a forma on her right now, and it doesn't have the shields. So I need to put that stuff up there in order to get that thing going on. But so far, like, the amount of damage and everything that I did, and I tried to take off as many of those possible, I was able to get his shield down pretty quickly. So basically, once his shields are down after the final stage, you just have to kill him. And once he's down, from there, all you gotta do is basically kill the little sentients that are close to him, because they will drop the inact sentient cores, which are by far the most important things for you to use to upgrade your standings with the Quill Onco, and this will actually help you get that. Once the Once you have killed all the sentients, make sure to keep an eye out for picking up all the sentient cores around the area, because usually when the boss is walking around, there's like a huge space, and that's the Eidolon shard. So make sure you pick the Eidolon shard as well. Now, capturing is similar to this. Like, I'll try to make a video of soloing capture, but it's just like a little bit of pain because you gotta keep feeding the lures. So, but there is a method of doing it. So when I get the time, I'll definitely make a capture video so that everybody can easily figure out how to do it. So, but even until then, if I am unable to make one for a while, just make sure, like, for the final stage, that's when you're gonna be keeping your lures away from the boss. So you just put them to stay still somewhere, and then once you're at the final stage, you're gonna go get your lures and then use that on the boss. So I hope you guys like this video. There are 3 videos that I posted. I'll post the links for them again on the bottom for the Chroma build, for the Euphona and Glaive. And if there are any comments or suggestions, or if any information that you need to know, we even have a PSN community, the Dark Shinobis, and you can even contact me on PSN. The gamer tag is Hbkgrand. So this is Hbkgrand signing out. Please subscribe and like, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.